See what you can do that. See what you can do with it. No, you can't catch it, can you? Buongiorno everyone, I'll just hold this, that's too low, it's too low.
Trying to get low?
Yeah, no, still a bit up there actually, I don't know what I like about that.
Give us a second round, get that on.
Give us a second while we get this sorted. I mean, I have a live because the signal around here shake. Oh, hello, boys.
Mate.
Yeah. That's alright. Right. Buongiorno, everyone. Welcome to the Magpie Channel TV. Jamal Lewis is saying for Newcastle, wearing short ball.
We're live!
Having a paint before the England game. But obviously, Lewis has been announced at an inappropriate time, really. Sitting around all day waiting for that, ready to go. And then it took that long. So we thought we'd come across the road, come to St James's Park and talk about the £15 million signing of Jamal Lewis. Norwich City's left back is now a Newcastle United left back, a position we've been craving for years.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how we've managed to convince the young Northern Ireland international to come to Newcastle. The player that had a deal rejected from Liverpool, Liverpool, the Premier League champions, bidded for Jamal Lewis in the summer. Norwich are holding over 20 million. We've got him for 15. Okay, what's your thoughts on Jamal Lewis joining Newcastle?
I think, along with the other two that were signed yesterday, it's a bit of a coup, to be honest. I say if he's rated as highly as Klopp rates him,
I'll bring that forward just because we've got the old ambulance noise.
I say like Jurgen Klopp wanted him to go to the champions to back up one of the best left backs in the world for me and Andy Robertson. So if he's good enough to play for Liverpool, he's good enough for us. Like I now like a lot of Norwich fans really rate him.
Just it.
Thank you.
Hopefully we know he's dead, but thanks for the things.
So I like it's a massive signing. I think like there's still a little bit of work to do with his game. He's 22. He's not that young, but he's still young. Only got 1 year of Premier League experience. Finished bottom of the table. So yeah, but it's a great move. Like I say, if Liverpool wanted him and we've getting him, it's credit to Brucey. Like Brucey's pulling the strings here. Like
Brucey's pulling the strings.
He is, isn't he? I say like the last two, like Wilson and Fraser, they're both coups for us. Like
they are. To be fair,
if Arsenal and Chelsea wanted them, both Fraser was 25 million rated a year ago. Wilson was 50 million. If Klopp wanted Lewis, mint signings.
You got to think
absolutely unbelievable.
The
signings.
3 signings we've made in the last 2 days could have went to the top 4 clubs.
Really could have.
Keeping Newcastle United.
So mega. Absolutely huge.
I still think I'm going to wake up from a bad dream.
Yeah,
I don't really want a good dream, to be fair.
I still think we've got a lot of work to do. I think we still shouldn't get too carried away, but it's massive improvements. Because last Saturday we did a video, like what day is it today? So that was...
We did a bank holiday, didn't we?
9-10 days ago. I was the lowest I've ever felt as a Newcastle fan. I said 20th is a real possibility. Even if we finished 18th, it would probably be a fucking surprise. But now, like with these signings, like real quality signings, I'm looking forward to the season. It's only 4 days away.
8 o'clock kick off, West Ham now on Saturday.
I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. Now I still don't think Wilson and Fraser will start because they're lagging match fitness. Fraser hasn't kicked a competitive ball in 8 months. I think Lewis could go in because we are missing the left back, and he's been playing for Northern Ireland just a few days ago, so he's match fit, and we're lacking that option. Whereas on the wing and up front, we have got a couple options, not great options, but left back we're fucked. So I think Lewis should get straight to start 11 on Saturday.
Jamal Lewis, I think it's a huge signing for Newcastle. It's a bit Newcastle making signings here for the first time in years that have got a bit of intent about them. Yeah. But it comes on Sky Sports News, other clubs and our fans will be looking up thinking, bloody hell, Newcastle signing. For the first time in ages where we're not gambling on foreigners. Yeah. You're right, Brucey does deserve credit because he's changing the philosophy of the club. Well, I was just watching the Spurs documentary today, and Daniel Levy's saying to Jose radio saying, I don't think Newcastle sign Danny Rose because he's over 28 years old. Yeah. He's in that age bracket. You look at now,
breaking the most.
Cash on 20 million on 28-year-old Callum Wilson. So it's big signings. Jamal Lewis is the one who's obviously younger. Was he 22 years old?
22. Right.
So he's one for the future, but he's one for now. Yeah. Premier League proven, he can settle right in. Scored some great goals that season for Norwich. He's got involved in assists. He's young. He's dynamic. He's attacking. He's creative. He can bring a bright spark. And if you think around the park, if you can keep a back 4 fit of Lewis, Lascelles, Fernandez, right back's still a bit tricky for me, because Manquillo does a job. Yeah. I don't want to see Yedlin play again for Newcastle the way he finished the season. Clearly wanted out. He didn't give anything to the club. Didn't even want to be on the ball in those last couple of games after lockdown. But if you centre back position, Brucey still wants one of them through the door apparently. like I said, if you can keep them forfeit, Dubravka comes back, Shelby and Hayden in the middle, behind Fraser, Almiron and St. Maximin, Callum Wilson up top. It could be a good season, mate.
Yeah, it really could. I still think we need 1 or 2 more through the door to really, really compete. I don't think we're a threat of relegation now, but I still think we'll be like in that mix towards the bottom. But it's better than what I say like 9-10 days ago. Like I thought we could have finished bottom. But yeah, I still think we might need a backup striker, and we could do with another backup left back as well. I know we've got a deal agreed for Ruggiero, but I think with the fee with Wilson, Lewis through the door now, that one might fall through. We'll still be in link with the likes of Giannoulis from Greece. Could still potentially
be a
get
good
Williams.
backup option. I still think there's something in the pipeline for Jethro Williams to come to the team maybe in January or something like this.
At 4 million, like Giannoulis, it would just be like another Kraft. But at least it's a backup option because we are very, very shallow. Like, it's still going to be a few months before we can get Jethro Williams through. We might be able to get one free, to be fair, because he's going to be in the last 6 months of his contract. So if we can get Jethro Williams through the door, great, but that's still a few more months away. Like, touch wood, we don't want any more injuries, because if Lewis and Wilson pick up injuries, we're going to be fucked. We're going to be back to square one. So we need backups in those positions. The strikers we've been linked with probably aren't going to help him. Batshuayi looks like he's off to Crystal Palace. I don't think we'll sign Brewster, because I think Liverpool want a permanent deal for Brewster. Nketiah's well in the plans at Arsenal, so I don't think we'll sign any of them. But any striker we can get on loan or cheap to back up, who's Premier League proven, I'll be quite happy with it. But I think Giannoulis could be a decent signing. I don't know too much about them, but with 4 million to back up,
just for that strength and depth,
similar level to Kraft,
like,
yeah, I'll take that. Like,
but if you just join me now, here Jamal Lewis has signed a 5-year deal with Newcastle United. The 22-year-old Northern Ireland national joins from Norwich City, £15 million fee for a lot of competition. And like we said at the start, the club behind the scenes have got to take some credit, finding a bit of positivity in encouraging these players to join Newcastle, because to be fair, in all honesty, like we said, these players, Wilson, Fraser and Lewis, were linked with top 4 clubs and they've came to Newcastle United, so
massive.
Hopefully we can have a good season now and kick on with those in black and white. My arm's killing. Do you want to hold that?
Finally a bit of ambition from the club. I'll get on the other side. Finally a bit of ambition from the club. I'd say, like, players actually with Premier League quality, proven, being linked with top 4, top 6 moves, and they've came here. Like, I think that's absolutely fantastic. Like,
it is, like,
massive signings. Like, say, like, credit to the backroom staff for getting these through the door. These signings are absolutely massive.
I'm going to read some of your comments now. Jason Kent, thanks for being a member, mate. Appreciate it. Yes, lads, get in there. What a saying, this kid's going to be class. How have we managed this? Just exactly what we've just been saying, Jason. No idea, mate. I was, Lewis has been saying his interview there. The bit I did manage to catch while I was in Shaw Club, let's say we here watching England game. He wants to be one of the best left backs in the Premier League, and that's why he's came to Newcastle. First team football, push on. The club's shown a bit of ambition getting these players through the door. Like, surely we're kind of in a relegation battle this year with these players that came through the door. Like, if we keep them fit, like Wilson, that amongst the goals.
It's keeping them fit. That's the problem, like you say, because the backup at the minute, it's a bit iffy. It's not fantastic.
Dylan Richardson, top 4 incoming this year, lads.
All right.
Okay. Cracking summer, lads. 4 international sign up, all for less than 40 million. Very good point.
Well, 20 million exactly.
Nah, that's right.
3 of them were. Oh no, sorry.
Wilson's 35.
Lewis, sorry. Yeah.
With Lewis is 35. Wilson and Lewis 35. Yes, lads, class is clubs making decent moves, getting away for the first time in years. Like I said,
really is.
How long have Newcastle United been crying out for a left back
and a striker,
number 9, and a winger that is actually got end product?
Create time.
Like we've had a few fair players over the years, but Ryan Fraser can put a ball on a plate with someone. Callum Wilson's there to put that fucking
fantastic
plate,
delivery.
Finish it. Not hungry anymore. Left back Lewis got it all. Do you think we'll get a right back this window? I don't think we will, unless Yedlin goes out the door.
We need to get rid of Yedlin. I think that's what we need to look at now. That needs to be the next move, getting some players out. Because there's no point having 4 right backs, because we've got 3 at the minute. So Yedlin needs to make room if we're going to bring in another right back. I think the likes of Muto and Atsu need to get rid of. So there's still business to be done. I think we could still get another right back, centre back maybe. We need backup left backs and a striker. So, but we need to get some bodies out now. Like, the squad's a little bit over compact now, which is a bit of a weird thing to say, considering we're usually on the depths of our arse.
Usually for these signing videos, if you haven't checked out the Wilson one and Fraser, please do. They're on the channel now, doing well. That's when I've looked at the stats, what the players have said, but obviously we're out here having a bet before the England game, so we thought It's about kick-off time, actually, isn't it?
Is it?
So we thought, we'll quickly get it out there. Obviously, Jamal, who's saying for Newcastle United in the last half an hour, £15 million left back. Thank God for that. Let me know below in the comments what your thoughts are on the signing of Lewis. We'll be back towards the end of the week, building up to the West Ham game, opening on Saturday. Kane looking forward to it now.
Kick off now.
Kane looking forward to it. Cheers for watching. Subscribe to my pal Channel TV and enjoy yourself.